What's up, guys? I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. All right.
Good.
So, Matt, can you confirm? I don't know if you heard the music. You know, when before we even went on the course, was there a guy playing loud music right next to us? Yes or no?
There definitely was.
Yeah, and it was a little annoying. And did I finish all 18 holes?
Yes, you did, Frank, and you played pretty well. I think you hit some big putts. It was a great day out there.
And no, Brian, go ahead, Brian, because Brian's
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to
It
ask.
sounds like you have like a 20-part question here.
No. Here's the big one, because they think that all I do is complain. Now, I did complain a little bit on the course. Where would you rate my complaining on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oof. I would say around a 6. You know, you got a little antsy at the end there with the group in front of us. But I was complaining with you. I was right there with you.
Wait a minute. You went out and you did a 4-hour event while there's 2 soccer games that Frank wants to watch. He wants to watch these 2 soccer games. The event took 4 hours, and you said he complained on a level of 6. I think you can be honest. He's not going to hold it against you. There's no way it was a 6. Like Frank, like if he complains on a level of 6, that's like a unbelievable day. That's a 75-degree day where he does play soccer. He's out there playing golf. There's no way it was a 6.
I'm telling you, Brian, it wasn't too bad, but the group in front of us was certainly testing him a little bit.
Yeah,
But he
go
stayed
ahead, man.
focused, and we did a good job. I think we played pretty well, and we ended up getting out of there pretty quickly. We didn't stay for dinner.
Yeah, Matt absolutely killed the ball. So Matt was telling me, Brian, as a kid growing up in New Jersey, he played high school basketball at Point Pleasant Beach. How nice is that? But he ends up going to Notre Dame. But he said as a kid, he used to go to the Izod Center. Then he starts rattling off all the net players. Somehow left your name out. But Matt, as a kid, do you remember watching Brian Scalabrine play?
Absolutely. I mean, I remember going to the Izod Center, like you said, with my dad and the New Jersey Nets, the good old days. I'm not sure I'm a fan of what's going on in Brooklyn right now, but that's a discussion for another time. But, yeah, that was certainly a fun time to watch the Nets. Just a lot of great players, and I certainly grew up on it.
Okay, so Notre Dame is one of these schools where in the Northeast, I'll just say the whole Northeast, like every white kid that plays basketball, it seems like Notre Dame is on their list. But how did you break through and actually end up at Notre Dame? Like, how good did you have to be in high school? You know, give me some of the accolades to end up at Notre Dame.
Yeah, I had a good team, first of all, won a couple state championships, but I actually was committed to Boston College first to Coach Steve Donahue, who I absolutely love and still love. He ended up getting fired and the whole staff got fired, so I ended up reopening my recruitment and kind of played my senior year not committed and just kind of took that chance. And I was a mid-major, had some Ivies, and then kind of later in the year had some high majors knocking on the door. And when Notre Dame came, it was pretty much a no-brainer. My grandfather actually went there. So once I got the offer, it was pretty much, take the visit, and I pretty much knew where I was going. Just when you step on campus, it's a special place. But, yeah, I had a great career, assist record, 1,000 points, certainly could make good reads off a ball screen. So it was just a great fit for me, and Mike Bray has, obviously one of my favorite coaches I've played for, but still a very good friend, and we talk all the time.
All right, so Matt Farrell played at Notre Dame as a guard. He played a couple of years in the G League. Like I mentioned, he played overseas. Now, Brian, he's trying to break into coaching. He's going to eventually bring his team up to the White Mamba Academy to play. In fact, he was on a tour with Fred Hill. He brought a bunch of college kids over to Italy and Barcelona about a month ago. What advice, Brian, would you give him in terms of like breaking in? Because he wants to coach high school. He doesn't want to do college and pro. What advice would you give him?
Wait a minute. So hold on. Let me get this straight here. First of all, this overseas thing is like something I'm super interested in. We just had a kid that went to Germany and played, and he came back. I'm telling you, he's 2X. And then when you're in high school and you're going into your senior year and you become 2X better based off of a 2-week trip to Germany, those things are valuable. So one, after I give you the advice, you tell me about this overseas trip because I'd be interested in that for the summer. Maybe I can bring Mrs. Scally, drop her off at the beach. But so are you doing major club, or are you doing minor club? Like you deal with like maybe 24 kids and you pour your heart and soul into them?
So this trip is a trip that Fred Hill put together, who's a very good family friend of mine. And the idea was, it's called USA Garden State Basketball. So when I was in college my sophomore year, I went on a similar trip. It was kind of a USA select team. A couple kids, from high major schools get a chance to go overseas, play against professional competition, get the experience, maybe get seen by agents, scouts, et cetera, and then, build that confidence to come back to school and have a great year. So I did that my sophomore year, and Freddie was actually a coach on the team. The problem was flying to different cities, getting on different buses, playing against different teams, changing hotels. So we figured a better way to do it was on a cruise ship. So what we wanted to do was put together a team. Strictly the first year was just kids from New Jersey, just something we wanted to do for New Jersey basketball and give kids a chance. But the idea is go on a cruise ship, sail, to the coast. The first year we did Croatia, Slovenia. This year we just did Italy, France, and Spain. And the kids get to be on the ship. We get to play games against professional teams. And it's much easier doing it on a cruise ship because, you get to the city, you port, you walk off, you play the game, and then you can walk around, and then you get back on the ship and you sail off to wherever's next. So logistically, it's just a lot easier. Yeah. And I got to tell you, it's both the second trip. It was the best time.
Good. So then let's talk about what you're currently doing. You're doing, you have club, you have high school. Like what are you in the youth sport AAUs outside of the European trip?
No, I'm coaching high school. So the last 2 years, I was with Freddie at his prep school. And now actually this year I will be coaching at St. Joe's Metuchen.
Wow.
Okay.
A high school program with another good family friend of mine named Mark Taylor, who coached at St. Benedict's for a long time. Him and my dad coached together for a while.
All right, there you go. So
the advice
Matt,
is get a good AAU program so you can have like a feeder system. That's the best advice I can give you. Like find a good program that these kids could be just like, all right, when they're not with you, whatever the rules are, they're with them. And when they're not with them, they're with you. That's the best thing you can possibly do.
Yeah, I think as you guys know, the whole AAU landscape has certainly changed and everything that's going on in college and then everything that's going on off the floor that these kids have to navigate. So I definitely hear you there. I'm looking forward to the season. Should be a fun time. I just like the age group of the kids. My high school coach had a big impact on me, and then growing up, obviously my dad was a high school coach for 20 years. So I've seen the impact, and I like that age. And then at the college level, seems like a circus just with the NIL and everything that's going on. So I'll stay away from that.
Brian, this is what we need to do. We got to get. So what's high school seniors and juniors? That's U17, U18.
Well, now they're about 20. Sometimes they're 21.
All right. Why don't
it's really changed.
You get your top youth team, and Matt will put together a team, and you either play up in Boston or New Jersey, and Matt's team will wipe the floor because Jersey's better at basketball than Boston. How about that?
Yeah, I think Jersey's really good. Like I think there's some really good teams. I would say this. My 16s just won all made hoops. So if you got guys that are playing EYBL, a 3-stripe, Under Armour, then they're probably like a little bit higher of a level, maybe just a little bit. But, for that next level down, like all the Ivies, the D3s and stuff like that, like I pretty much run that level at this point. But we're not going in and beating. If we got like 3 or 4 top major guys or mid-major guys, that's like a little bit outside of our realm. We could compete, but usually we don't win those games.
Yeah. Don't let him soften you up, Matt. He's trying to do that to make you be overconfident. Matt, listen, it was great meeting you. Thanks for carrying our team. You were killing the ball that day. Good luck this season at St. Joe's, and hopefully we'll catch up with you soon. All right?
That sounds great, guys. I appreciate it, Frank, and hope to see you guys soon.
Thanks.
All right, sounds good. See ya.
There he is. Matt Farrell played at Notre Dame. Played for Mike Bray, who we had on once before, Brian.
Yeah, we did.
Friend of the program. He's with the Atlanta Hawks. No, he got out of college basketball, too.
Yeah.
It's
all
tough,
different now, man. You got to look at college like professional.